Yeah, I mean, for Bauer, I think when you're looking at the Mets specifically, I feel like they're a team that, they're obviously only going to spend in free agency. And I think a lot of people kind of have them getting George Springer, and it's really between them and the Blue Jays. And I feel like the Mets will pull that out and get George Springer. And then it kind of goes into, would you rather have Bauer or would you rather have kind of a few other little pieces, maybe, a guy like Jake Odorizzi and Liam Hendricks, kind of pair them together and kind of build some depth? Or do you go out and get that star player in Bauer? And I get that player with Bauer here. And why? Because he's a guy that you said that he's, he's kind of an odd guy. He kind of demands a lot of attention, the whole thing with YouTube. And I understand that. And maybe in New York that doesn't work. But I want my star pitchers to have that mentality that I want the ball and I want to be able to let's do this. And I feel like the Mets, and my favorite, maybe this is biased because my favorite Mets teams had those great starting pitchers, and you had Matt Harvey trying to go back out to the ninth inning. But for starting pitchers, I want dogs. And I feel like Bauer, he's a guy that's going to give me 7 innings. And I think that, especially in baseball, 5 innings is like the new norm, and 5 and out, then I'll go to the showers. I don't like guys like that. I like guys that are going to go 7 innings, especially with the Mets bullpen, which is not that good. Maybe it gets better this year, but they've had their struggles. You bring Bauer into that team, and you got DeGrom and Bauer at the top of your rotation. You got Stroman, and then you have Syndergaard coming back. Maybe you add another kind of lower tier starter. And then again, I feel like you have a pretty solid rotation. Probably not the deepest one in the league, like Brody said, as you were saying, Ryan, because that comment was just crazy. But I think those type of comments are now past for the Mets, their history. I would really like them to get the stars here in this free agency. Give me Springer, give me Bauer. I would love to see that.
Yeah, I just have to talk about the character thing you said too. It does not matter. Like, I think it's really overblown with Bauer because teammates like him. He's not a guy that it's like the diva who, yes, he commands attention, but that's because people give it to him, right? He's an electric personality. I think he's good for baseball because he's bringing attention to the sport. In a sport where, the slogan grow the game, let the kids play. That's not how the game is marketed. And Trevor Bauer is a guy that people who are just casual baseball fans know because he's outspoken. And on top of that, he is a great pitcher. And to the character things, you don't see people talk bad about Trevor Bauer. So I think that is something that's always been overblown. I think it's unfair. I think it's just because he's not the traditional guy. Maybe the media wants to knock him a peg down a little bit. We see him going back and forth with media guys all the time, but he's good for baseball. And as you said, Andrew, he's a dog. He's a guy I want with my season on the line pitching. He's going to give you 7 innings. He's going to fight. He's going to earn every out. And that's something you need on a playoff team. That's something he can give you. He started World Series games. He's been in big games. So he is somebody that I think, if the deal's right, maybe this is where you can get him for less than normal because of the market right now with the pandemic. But yeah, I would have no issue. I would look past the character stuff all day because at the end of the day, Trevor Bauer is going to help your baseball team win. And that's what it's all about.